My husband and I were at a family picnic. This fly rod was in the picnic area. It was really kind of enchanting. You don't know what you're doing right, you don't know what you're doing wrong, but for some reason you can't quite put it down. Winston is held very high in the world of fly fishing. It always has been. In 1929, Lou Stoner and Robert Winther started the company in San Francisco. In our museum, we have the rod that broke the world casting record at that time of over 600 feet. So that put the company on the map. In the early 70s, Tom Morgan purchased the company and took on a business partner of Glenn Brackett. Glenn helped Tom move the company up to Twin Bridges. In the very early 1990s, David Ondaatje came on the scene. David is the current owner of the company. Out in a small town in southwestern Montana, there's this world-class fly rod company that just happens to be sitting on some of the finest trout waters in the world. My husband and I graduated from Montana State University. His first teaching contract was in Twin Bridges, Montana. My first job was working with the local conservation district. I approached Tom Morgan, who owned the company at that time, along with Glenn Brackett. I approached Tom to see if we couldn't, my husband and I, buy a couple acres from a parcel of land that he had on the Big Hole River. Tom and I knew each other. Tom had graduated from Ennis High School. I had gone to school in Ennis. He told me, well, no, Annette, but I'll offer you a job. So I left the Conservation District and I started working for the RL Winston Rod Company. Fate lands in your lap in funny ways. My first job was the buffing and polishing of the aluminum hardware that was assembled onto the reel seat of the rod. Very humble position, buffing and polishing metal. I worked that for several years. Eventually, I became responsible for all the reel seat work in the company. A few years after that, I was the first customer service person, so I dealt with customers on the phone for a couple of years. From there, I became the production manager. I started working in some of the rod design work. It was at this time also that I became the supervisor of the bamboo division of the company. And then, before I knew it, I became the VP of operations, responsible for all the daily operation of the company, as well as working the designs for all the new rod entries of the company. These were opportunities that were presented to me. I've always been one to try new opportunities. So when you have people who offer you this opportunity to grow professionally and they have faith in you, sure, let's try it, why not? It's been said that a good fly rod 40 years ago is still a good fly rod today. Designing a new rod or a new rod series, the first question we ask is, how is it supposed to be better than what we've already done? We start looking at different materials. The carbon fiber that's coming together today truly is aerospace quality. So it opens up more opportunities for the design process. You can create lighter weight rods, more durable rods. We start looking at what's the compressive strength that you need, what's the impact strength that you need. So in terms of rod design, it's a blending of several different factors. That's when it gets fun and challenging. I love to see people's expressions when they cast a new design for the first time. Sometimes I get an, oh, wow, that's nice. And other times I get a, what? Not everything's a home run. I hold the founders of the company and the owners of the company in very high esteem. It takes a lot of work and commitment to keep a small company going like this. So to see my picture up there, that was a shock. I never expected that. I never expected to see that. It blew me away. Yeah. This is a company that's made up of a lot of people. There are individuals working in the company today who've been there longer than I have, and in their own way had their own contribution to the company. It's synergistic in its success. The future, it's uncharted. I don't know. I still enjoy fishing. I don't have enough time to go fishing. Life has certain demands, but standing out in a river, feeling the pressure of the water against your legs, as you read the water, you forget everything else. You become lost kind of in the rhythm of the natural world. When a person can shed off the worries of the world for a few hours and enjoy fishing, then it's well worth it.